Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Lexify. Today we are tier ranking all of the Walking Dead game characters. So we're talking about the game, not the show. We're doing the Telltale game. We're gonna be ranking all the characters from season 1 to season 4. So I think on this ranking list they do have like the DLC characters and Michonne characters. I'm not gonna do that because I have not watched that in so long, so I'm not gonna do those characters or whatever. We're just gonna do the main ones from season 1 through season 4 or whatever. Okay, so let's just go right into it. So we get 5 categories: S, A, B, C, D. Now for D, I'm doing like my worst top. I do not like them characters, whatever. C, they're okay, not important. I just didn't like them. I didn't care for them, type stuff. B, they're okay. I like them, but to a certain degree, type of thing. A, I love them, good character, type of thing. S, top tier. I love them, can't replace them, type of thing. So first character we get is Glenn. I think he was in season 1. When he saw him for a little bit, some pussy. I feel like he could have had a lot of potential, but they didn't give him a chance, to be honest. They never ended up going back with him. Now next is Doug from season 1. Doug. I'm gonna put him C next to Glenn, because I feel like we didn't see a lot of him. I only saw the version if you save Carly. A lot of people didn't save Doug, so I didn't see his version. I only saw Carly's version, but I feel like Doug could have potential like Glenn, so I don't know what he would have gave, type things. Next is Carly, B. I'll put her in B, because I did like Carly. I feel like they cut off so soon, and I feel like her and Lee could have been like a good couple. And she was like the best shooter in the game. She was like, I feel like saving everybody or whatever. Plus she was the only one that had a gun, and she was level-headed. So yeah. Next is Lily. Lily's going to D. First of all, Lily had a lot of potential in season 1 before she ended up killing Carly. That was so out of proportion. She did not have to do that. Then season 4, she changed in this manic woman trying to kill Clementine. Like, your father would have been ashamed of you. You know, your father was a jack A, but at least he did care about the children. So I feel like Lily was just bad. Like, she could have, and like the first few episodes we saw her, she could have potential, but then after she killed Carly, all that potential flew out the window. Next is Larry. Larry is going next to his daughter, who's a jack A. And he was, racist. So, yeah. Next is Mark from season 1. I'm going to put him next to Glenn and Doug and C. Because, like I said, I feel like he could have had a lot of potential, but they killed him off so dang quick. So, yeah. It got so dark in my room. That's it. Okay. Next is Ben. He's being put D because Ben was stupid. He was freaking trading with the, sorry, y'all. He's freaking trading with the freaking bandits. Get half of the group killed because of his actions. So I feel like you're going down to D. Like, Ben should have been dead. I didn't like him. Next is, I don't know their name. Danny and what's his name? I forgot his name. There was in season 1. There was the people living on the farm with their mama eating people. They're gonna put in D, of course, because you don't eat people. That's nasty. Cannibalism is nasty. So yeah, they're gonna D. Next is their mama. I forgot her name. Brenda, I think. D, you was eating people too. No excuses. Who is it? Chuck. Chuck is gonna put in B, because he's the one that told Lee to start teaching Clementine stuff. And he's the one that saved Clementine and got himself killed for the little girl. So, yes, he's going to be. I wish we could have, like, kind of kept him or whatever, but it's whatever. Next is Krista. Krista's going to be. I like Krista. She's really cool. She took care of Clementine or whatever. She took care of Clementine. I just didn't like how she was mad at Clementine after old maid died. Because it wasn't Clementine's fault. She was a little girl. Plus, I feel like in the first place, you should went in the bathroom with her. Like, y'all, this is a little girl. Why y'all not watching after her type thing? So, next is old maid. He's going next to Krista. He's a nice guy. It's sad he died like that. But I feel like that was your consequences of your own actions or whatever. So, next is Molly. Molly going to egg because she has so much potential. She could have been such a good addition to the group. She has survival skills. She knew how to get away. She knew how to fight the walkers. She was really smart-headed. And she did save us a couple times. So, I feel like she had a lot of potential. I wish we could have seen more of her. But unfortunately, no. We didn't end up getting to see her. Next is, I don't know his name. I forgot his name. I remember him from season 1. He was running that cancer group. I'm going to put him in C. Probably because he thought he could have took care of Clementine better than Lee, which is stupid to me. But, who is this? Oh, next is this weirdo that took Clementine. He's going to D. Who takes children? Who's this? Next is Bonnie. Bonnie is going to C. Bonnie could have had so much potential. She acted like she cared about Clementine in the beginning. But you left her. She ended up abandoning Clementine on the floor while she was bleeding from a gunshot wound. I don't like that. You don't do that. Who's next? I don't know him. Oh, Luke. Okay, Luke is next. He will be going on A. I love Luke. Like, he was the one that really made sure Clementine was really good in season 2. He always checked up on her. He was like a big brother to her, and I feel like he died too soon or whatever. So, yeah. Next is, I forgot her name. She was from season 1. She was part of that cancer group too. She's going on D. I feel like she was useless. Like, why did we even introduce her to the freaking game and then she was going to die like the same episode? Next is Sarah. Sarah's going to D. Only because, well, I feel like Sarah could have potential if she grew up the way Clementine grew up. But since her father, shelter her so much from all these zombies around everywhere, she came. That's how she came out. But if somebody like Lee had raised her, she would have been something like Clementine. But unfortunately, it was her father's fault. So next is Carlos. He's going to sympathize with his daughter because he acted so arrogant, like he was doing stuff and he wasn't doing nothing. He yelled at Clementine for influencing his daughter and then asked her to be watching after her. What? Next is Rebecca. Rebecca going next to Carlos because you were so rude to Clementine in the beginning, even though you didn't know who your baby daddy was. Everything, all the events that happened in season 2 was because you opened your legs for a freaking Carver and that destroyed the whole group. I'm sorry. Okay, who's next? Sarita. She's going to see. I feel bad for Sarita because how she ended up. I feel like if we never invaded her little cabin group, they could have probably survived for a long time, but you know, stuff happens. Next is Alvin. Alvin is going to C. Alvin had a lot of potential because how big he was, but he was such a softie and he let Rebecca control all his actions. So yeah. Who is this? Next is Pete. Pete is going to be because Pete could have had so much potential, but they killed him off too soon, and we didn't really see much of him. And right away, he was the one actually looking after what's called. Alright, who we get next? So I have to get up, y'all. So let's just continue. What part we on? Next we get Nick. Nick is going to see because he was okay member of the group, but I feel like he was so freaking trigger happy, and that led us into a lot of trouble. Next is Mike D. You left Clementine on the floor and you left Clementine on the floor bleeding. I thought you could have some potential, but no. Carver, I'm gonna put him in D. He was a ruthless man. He was killing people for no reason. Thought he could control everything. Now, if this was a ranking for like top villain to The Walking Dead, then I would have put him higher up. But if we're talking about the character, no. Next is Kenny. Okay, y'all might be mad, but Kenny is going to see. I do not like Kenny because she's so freaking hot-headed. He won't able to do everything for him, but when it come down for him saving other people, he won't. There were plenty of times Lee looked after him and his family all of season 1, and then Kenny got mad when you don't support him on the Larry decision, and then when Lee get big, Kenny not even there for him, which I didn't like. Plus, sometimes how he treated Clementine in season 2, because he was so mad that Sarita died. Like, that's not our problem. That's not our fault. I don't know what he want us to do about that, but... Next is... What's her name? Jane. Jane going to be... She has so much potential, but then she kind of got arrogant at the end because she wanted to prove to Kenny that he, prove to Clementine that Kenny is hothead. But I feel like you could have did it in a different way than risking a child life over that. So yeah. Next is Reggie. He's going in D. Like, you let this man control you. Look what that ended up. You was trying to please Carver. Look what that ended up. You dead on the floor over the roof. Next is, I forgot his name. He's that Russian dude from Walking Dead season 2. Arvo. Arvo going in D. Like, he shot Clementine. He's going in D. Next is, what's his name? Javier. Javier, I would say he is going actually in A. Because he looked after Clementine like they end up, what's it called? He ended up looking after her. He actually did what was right by his family, even though his brother was a jack A. And Javier was a strong character, so I like him. Next is David. David is going in... I'm gonna put him C. I don't like David's attitude. I don't like how he try to make it seem like he's better than everybody. How he treated his brother bad. How he wanted to abandon his church and just go back to the military because him and his wife is fighting. Like, I just don't like David. He was just a bad person. But he had his moments where he's good. Or whatever. Like, he looked at the AJ for a minute. So, I'll put him in C. Next is Kate. Kate is going to C. No, D. I don't like Kate. Like, she tried to put herself between Javier and David ever since even before the zombie thing. And then she don't want, like, him to say something back in the day in front of David about them. And then she get mad. Like, it was just so much back and forthness. And now it's not the time to start a relationship with y'all. These kids you've been watching their father and their uncle. That's weird. Next is Gabe. Gabe is going to see. He had a lot of potential, but Gabe can be a freaking brat. I would say he was a brat a lot. He had an attitude a lot, but it's like you're a teenager in that type of circumstances, so I get it. Next is Mariana. Oh, wait a minute. Mariana. Where'd she go? No, next is Eleanor. Eleanor is C. Eleanor has so much potential in the beginning, but then after she told snitch on us to Joan, that was it. Now I find Mariana. Mariana is going into B. She's going in B because Mariana has so much potential and they cut her off too dang soon. I was so upset. Like, I would have preferred her over Gabe. Next is Conrad. He's going in D. You mad that your wife got killed? That's not my problem. That's not my fault. Blame it on the people that raided y'all community. Next is Troy. He going in D. Smacking children around does not make you a man. So, hope y'all didn't smack. Smacking children around does not make you a man. Okay, so. Next is Duck. Duck is gonna go in C. He had potential. Yeah, he helped me and Lee figure out who was, working with the bandits. I feel like he died too soon. That was kind of sad how he went and how Kaja went. So, yeah. Next is Trip. Trip is going to see, Trip had potential, but Trip was always yelling at Javier for no dang reason. Like, not everything was Javier's fault. I don't know why you did that, but next is Ava. Ava's going to, okay, who we got next? Paul, he going to A. Paul is going in A. His fighting skills alone put him in A. And he had people in the whole community behind him. He's going in A. AJ, he's going in B. I mean, he only going B because he's a portrait character. I feel like it depends on how you teach him, how he ends up. But AJ can be a little hot-headed and questionable with his decisions, so I'm putting him in freaking B. Clementine, of course, going in S. Clementine is the one. She's the best character in the whole game. We saw her grow up, what she been through, how much she been through, what she overcame. She's going to S. Ruby, she's going to C. She was okay. Kind of the mama bear of the group, I will say. So, Violet, she's going in B. Violet, she was okay. Just sometimes she had kind of attitude problem or whatever. Especially with that whole situation with Minnie, she was just. Katja, she's going to C. It was sad how Katja ended up, but I get it. Luis, he's going to be. Luis had a lot of potential. Sometimes he was such in a joking mood and it didn't need to be like that. Sometimes he needs to take stuff more serious. So, yeah. Merlin is going in D. Look what he did. He was trading his group. And nobody knew about it. And he killed, what's her name? I forgot her name. She's next. I'm going to look her name up and put it up here. But let's talk about her now. She's going to see. I felt bad that she ended up getting killed like that. But you was in on it too. So I can't feel too bad about her. Tennessee. He's going in B. I like Tennessee. I get why he was like that. He lost both his, his twin sisters. So I get it. Lee is, of course, going in S. If it can go up. Yes, S. He's going to S. Lee took care of a little girl and he did not have to do that. He told her all these things and yeah. I don't even have to explain to y'all. Y'all know Lee. Lee the GOAT. Next to James. James is getting put in C. He was okay. I get it. He had ideals, so I get why he was like that. But it's like, not everybody gonna think like that. You can't make everybody be in peace and all this stuff is going on around them. So, Herschel going in to see. He's only judging Lee from the beginning, and then he got mad at us because his son died. It's not our fault. Mitch, see. He had a lot of anger issues, but he didn't need to go out like that. That was wrong. I felt bad for him. Now, the doctor, I forgot his name. Doctor, he's going to D. Like, y'all getting mad at Clementine for stealing supplies, and you over here high half the time on these drugs. Who we got left? I forgot. Oh, what's her name? Minnie? She's going to D. Like, girl, you was doing all that for what? And you got bit and I'm dying, so. Next is, I forgot, Willie. He's going to C. He had like an anger issue problem. He's alright, but. Let's see. All these other characters are very relevant, so I'm not going to do them. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Comment down below who's your favorite Walking Dead Telltale character is. Put them in comments. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Comment down below if you want more of these live, like, tier ranking kind of game, TV shows, whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching, and bye. I go crazy.